Freshman year of college, it's a very important year in your life. I'm a junior, I've made a lot of mistakes, and I'm here to share with you some tips and advice so you don't make these same mistakes and you make freshman year suck a whole lot less. Whatever you do, do not room with your best friend from high school. Unless you have big balls or unless you have big balls and want to risk any future relationship you might have with your best friend, then I suggest you just do not room with them. You guys are going to the same campus, you guys are pretty close to each other, so if you guys really mean that much to each other, you guys will find time to see each other. And the less you see of something, the more you value it. For your roommate, make sure you communicate. Some things might seem obvious to you and you might just expect that they would know it, but trust me, unless you say it, there's a high chance that they might not even know that they're pissing you off. If something is frustrating you, then make sure you tell your roommate right away. Make sure you guys are on the same page. Make it very clear to him that you're frustrated, and that way you guys can work through it. Don't just keep it inside you. Let them know, because if you don't, then it's going to build up, and eventually, one way or another, it's going to flow out. And when it does, things get messy. Do not study too much. But Trong, isn't that the whole point of college? Well, yeah, studying is very important, and you're going to a very difficult school and competitive school, so studying is very important, and do not neglect that, and do indeed study, right? What I'm saying is you shouldn't overstudy and sacrifice other key areas of your life that are also important. Things such as your health, your relationships, your happiness, your sanity. If you're going to be studying all the time, 24/7, then you're just going to get burnt out, depressed. You're going to find it very hard to move on, and overall, it's just not a very effective way to learn, and you're going to find it very difficult to continue learning. Realize when your registration is and do it right away. I remember one time my registration date was earlier than everyone else's in my class, and so I thought it was a mistake, and so the day that it told me to register, I actually did register and I couldn't, so I thought it was a mistake. It wasn't. It turns out I just forgot to click a button to confirm a notification, and if I clicked that button I would have been able to register, but I never saw that button, and all I saw was cannot register, and so I just didn't register. And so a few days later I just tried again, and I was like, wait, what's this button right here? And I saw it and I clicked it. I was like, oh, and then I was able to register. Luckily, it was still earlier than everyone else's because it was only a few days after, and like the very next day was when everyone else could register. So I still registered the night before everyone else, and so I got all my classes. The very next quarter I did something even worse, because this time it was out of my own laziness. So pretty much I thought I could do what I did last time. I thought I could register late but earlier than everyone else's and still get the classes. But it turns out this time I was registering for sophomore actual engineering classes pretty much. And so I was registering at the same time with sophomores and juniors, not freshmen. And when I went to register, I was like, you know, I don't need 6 a.m. I'll just sleep in and I'll register at 9 a.m. I wake up at 9 a.m. and all classes were filled up. Guys, just register for your classes at 6 a.m. If you're wondering how I was able to do it early, it's because I took running start, so I did community college and I had college credits, and so I was technically a sophomore in class standing, and that's why I was able to register as a sophomore as opposed to freshman like all my other peers. My next piece of advice is to always study in the libraries, no matter what. Just go to the library, because it takes a lot less willpower to study in the library. In your dorm room, it takes a lot more willpower, and you only have a finite amount each day. And so you want to try to conserve it as much as possible. So just go to the library where you'll be less distracted, where you'll be more focused, and you'll have other productive people around you, so you'll feel more motivated as well. And the crucial step in doing this is to get a laptop that is not motherfucking 5 pounds, okay? Like guys, my freshman year and sophomore year, I had a laptop that was 5.5 pounds. And pretty much whenever I brought it along with me in my backpack, it was just like a giant boulder. Like, oh my god, it just took so much energy, so much willpower, so much of every being I had to bring that everywhere with me, especially to the library. And when I did get to the library, guess what? My laptop has such bad battery life. It is seriously 2 hours of battery life on a good day, using Microsoft Word on power saver mode. Everywhere I went, I had to bring my charger with me, so my backpack was even larger than it already was, and it took up so much space just bring my laptop around, and I just never wanted to bring it around. And so I always just studied in my dorm room, and yeah, I got distracted a lot. Because dorm rooms, yeah, they're not the best place to study at all. And then after 2 years of college, I finally realized, maybe I need a different laptop. And so this summer, I did get a new laptop. I got a Dell XPS 13. It's pretty much a 13.3-inch laptop. It's about 2.7 pounds. It's great, light, compact, portable, great battery life, hours upon hours. And it's like touchscreen, and it's just a very sleek, nice looking laptop. It looks just as nice as a MacBook Pro per se. Just before you guys asked, I have 270 subscribers, so I do not have a Dell sponsorship. I just love this goddamn laptop. So for laptops, my final piece of advice, go for anything that's 3 pounds or less. So MacBook Airs, the Dell I have, LG Gram, and anything else that's 3 pounds or less. 18 plus credits, do not do it. This is not community college. This is UW. Unless you're like taking psychology or something. Always bring a jacket, because one minute everything's fine, it's all nice outside, and then in the next minute, everything's not fine. Speaking of laundry, always do laundry on a weekday and never on a Sunday, please. Always get flip-flops for restrooms. Don't even try to work your way around this one, just get them. If you have a roommate, get some earplugs and a sleeping mask. Your 8 a.m. morning self will thank you. Keep a journal and write in it. It's a good way to practice your writing skills and to reflect on the things you've done. Reflecting is when you learn the most, and when you look back at your thoughts, you'll see how far you've come. And lastly, take pictures. Your brain is horrible at remembering things. They might make you happy, but good times, unfortunately, just have no need in your brain. You don't really need it for any reason, and so they're just quickly forgotten. If I can't remember when I had a certain event or what happened at that certain event, then I'll just look through my pictures and the timestamps, and eventually things just start rushing back to me. Pictures help you remember, pictures provide nostalgia, and pictures are a part of you. I always laugh when people say they don't like taking pictures because they want to live in the moment, but I mean, yeah, that moment of standing around doing nothing was a great moment, wasn't it, bro? That whole minute of standing around doing nothing was a great moment. Great moment. Great. Oh my god, that whole minute. Oh, that whole minute. So glad I skipped taking pictures for this shit. Like, seriously, it's really no different from painting or doing anything else artistic. I mean, when you're taking a picture, you're pretty much creating your own works of art. Or videos, like me. You can't just tell an artist, like, what if someone was just drawing? You're like, hey, don't draw, live in the moment. Go outside right now. Like, see, it just doesn't really make any sense, and I've never really seen the logic in it. Like, taking pictures just makes the moment more fun to me. It's like never detracted away from the moment. But like how if you're taking pictures, you get to tell your friend what poses to do. It creates conversation. You guys get something to do to have fun with. And so I think taking pictures is a great moment to have, honestly. It also provides you very, very good memories for the future. And it solidifies relationships because you guys get to have nostalgic feelings together. Yeah. And without pictures and videos, the memories we had, the good times we had, could easily be lost forever. So just go out there, go have fun, make those memories. I'll see you guys next time.